Good evening, I'm Sky Hull and I'm bringing you this week's Coast Community News 5 at 5. After a very short break, I've decided to return. I'm very passionate about local news and believe regional communities need a voice. Coming up, we'll have Labor's response on the $88 million local government mystery. The PEP 11 saga continues, and the Mariners reached the finals for the first time since 2015. Meanwhile, this weekend there's plenty of exciting events across the region, from food and wine to the Harvest Trail. Labor's calls to investigate what went on prior to the formation of Central Coast Council intensify after an accounting policy change revealed $88 million of restricted funds were transferred to unrestricted cash. Here's what Shadow Minister David Harris had to say.
Because if the base the council was built on at the start was broken, then it's no wonder things went wrong. The availability of funds would have fundamentally impacted on councillors' decisions in terms of how much money they thought they had to spend.
Public submissions are currently open until June 21.
The Commissioner could look at any other information that was relevant. And we actually asked during the debate, did that mean things like the period of administration, the Fit for the Future process? And we were assured that those things could be examined.
And to PEP 11, and there's been community concerns BPH Energy will start drilling offshore after it issued a tender for drilling rig services. However, Managing Director David Breeze says that's not the case, and they won't proceed until given the green light by the regulatory authorities.
It's necessary that we both get NOPTA approval and then that we get the NOPSEMA approval. And both of those government approvals are a necessary precondition to undertake drilling.
And there's plenty on the Central Coast this Queen's Birthday long weekend. See what the region's mountain plateau has to offer with the annual Harvest Festival getting underway on Saturday. There's pecan picking at Summersby to local produce, and Glenworth Valley hosts the annual Food and Wine Festival. And Naughty Noodle Funhouse is set to host its annual dinner show. The Crown Jewels Dragstravaganza tomorrow with a bright, bold lineup of drag kings and queens, and even in-betweens. The show is expected to kick off at 8 p.m, and here is a sneak peek of what you can expect.
At the next show that I'm doing, I'm going to be singing in drag a Spice Girls song. I've done several Spice Girls songs across the years. I find them easy to connect with because it's like tapping back into a different time. Also grabbing a pop song and playing with it is lots of fun.
What name are you going under? Mystery?
Mystery is my drag performer name.
And for the first time, we'll host the Words on the Waves Writers' Festival at the Ocean Beach Surf Club. Australian film critic Margaret Pomeranz is putting on a night of conversation at the Cinema Paradiso at Ettalong Beach.
Thanks, Sky. Well, it was a splendid season finale for the Mariners with a 2-0 victory over Western United at Central Coast Stadium last Saturday. For the second time this season, Jack Clisby did the early damage, with a security goal being scored by Marcos Urena late in injury time. Now the team prepare for their elimination game against Macarthur FC to be played at home tomorrow at 7:05 p.m.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I don't think I've played a final since I was maybe 12 when it was local league and stuff like that, so it's pretty exciting. And you grow up as a kid wanting to play in the big games and in the finals and hopefully get the trophy at the end, but we're just going to focus on Saturday. And then, yeah, it's good confidence knowing that we've played them a few times and we've got the better of them, but we also know that the finals are a different sort of series and that anything can happen. It'll just be a matter of who performs on the day. Finishing third on the A-League table, the Mariners have made great strides in fulfilling manager Alan Stadic's pre-season goal of making the Asian Champions League in 2022.
We're third in the pecking order. You know, to qualify, there's obviously the first two that are automatic qualifiers in Melbourne City and Sydney for next year, and potentially the winner of the FFA Cup. So, you know, we're not far off qualifying if you know, any one of us win the FFA Cup, Sydney, Melbourne City or us. So there's lots of things that can go in our favour to qualify for the Champions League, which would be a massive feather in the cap for the club.
Meanwhile, in Kuwait City, Ruan Tongiak has made his debut for the Socceroos, coming on in the 85th minute to supplement his team's dominant 5-1 win over Chinese Taipei.
You know, Ruan Tongiak, when I said to him, "You come on," you should have seen the smile on his face. He was just so happy to get out there and debut for Australia, and they all did exceptionally well. So.
Moving on now to the NRL, the New Zealand Warriors look forward to a huge contest against longtime rivals Melbourne Storm to be played at Central Coast Stadium on Sunday at 2 p.m. At 12 p.m. prior, New Zealand rock band Dragon is set to perform a 1-hour concert at the stadium to instill an all things Kiwi flavour about the entire day.
Rain's coming, it's been raining for so long. It's been raining for so long.
Now to Harry, back with us for the weather.
Thanks, Hawk. Boy howdy, it's been a cold week. Thankfully, the east coast low that has been freezing us all is disappearing, giving way to some much nicer weather. Starting off on the coast, Saturday will be sunny with a top of 18 and a low of 7. There'll be winds heading northwesterly from 15 to 20 k's, increasing up to 35 k's before dawn, progressing westerly in the late afternoon. There is also a 0% chance of rain. On Sunday, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 18 and a low of 6, and there will also be slight winds throughout the day. And now we go to Jacinta, who is giving us the snow report from Thredbo.
Hello from Thredbo, and what a way to start the season. Mother Nature has delivered an amazing early season snowfall over the past couple of days. We're currently sitting on 60 centimetres of fresh snow on the mountain and 20 centimetres in the village. Here at Thredbo, 5 lifts are set to open this weekend, and the storm has meant we can open runs for all abilities, including High Noon and Easy Rider Terrain Park. It is shaping up to be an incredible opening weekend. Fingers crossed that storm keeps on giving. This is Jacinta Coonahan for Win News in Thredbo.
All these stories and thousands more can be found on our website or in this week's Coast Community News, Coast Community Chronicle and the Pelican Post. Remember to subscribe to all our socials for updates throughout the week, and also to check out our new program Amped under the Culture section of our website. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week.